Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1972 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. Today we continue to add 1972 Topps cards to our upcoming baseball sim. We are at the Yankees team and we have a bunch to do. So let's go ahead and get started. What we have first up is Roger Metzger, who in real life was on the Houston Astros. You can see that he had a 1971 Topps card. That was his rookie card. And he was on the Cubs, actually, in our sim. What am I doing here? There we go. And he was traded to the Yankees. Gosh, I'm just off to a bad start. Metzger. Yeah, okay. And then ROG. There we go. Off to a slow start, as usual. And we got to delete this one. Boom. Delete it. And then we will make a quick edit here. As you've seen with the last couple, if you've been following along, this is going pretty quickly now. I mean, not every player has a 1972 Topps card, so we just leave it. The ones who don't, we just leave them alone. Okay, here's Jerry Kenny. I mean, here's a guy that got 600 at bats last year for the Yankees. Let's see if he has a card. Pardon me. All right. Yes, looks like he does have a card, and he was on the Yankees. Same batting stance and everything. I often think, let's see if we can. No, it's a different location. But sometimes, especially in the early 70s, Topps would just use the same photograph and put it on another baseball card for the following year. Maybe they might blow it up a little bit, so it's a little bit different dimensions, but they would do that from time to time. Maybe they're trying to fill out, the 762 cards they have to fill out, or I'm not sure why, but yeah, they would do that. Here's Bobby Mercer. We know he's got a Yankee card. I don't remember what year he went to the Giants, but I don't think it was 1972. Let's find out. Bobby Mercer at 26 home runs on this team. Yeah, he was a Yankee. And what is that for? Batting leaders. So he must have had a really good batting average in real life. I don't remember what it was, but all right. Bobby Mercer's card is $15, but it's a high number card, as you can see. So, have I ever explained that? I don't know if I'm not sure I could properly explain it, but the high number cards for Topps, a lot of the times, football cards would be coming out around the time they released that third set in packs, and no one would buy them. And so we got to erase this here. So people would already be buying the football cards, and so there weren't a lot of high number cards in collections, and so because it became more rare, the values go up. Especially, every year. I mean, they seem like they go up another 10%. There we go. Even card 700, the inaction card is worth $15. Pretty incredible. Okay, so here's Tony Solita. He had another great year. He had 49 home runs in our 70 sim and 38 last year. He's got 112 home runs in 3 seasons. At any rate, we're going to look him up, but we know that he wasn't a rookie until 1975, but we like to be thorough. So let's see if we've got anything here. Oh, one item. Oh, okay, yeah. This one, I'm not sure what that even means, but we know that he's not there. Okay, Charlie Sands, a catcher, already has his 1972 Pirates card represented, so that's perfect. Bobby Mitchell. He was kind of a one-hit wonder, right? So I don't know if he was still around in 72. That's the 71 rookie card. Showing, no, he had Venezuelan League stickers. So we just keep the 71 as his card representing him. Jim Lytle, or maybe it was Little, I can't remember. Lyttle. I bet you he's going to have a card. Only 25 years old. He does. Right there. Oh, he's on the White Sox, though, in 1972. I mean, this was the Yankees when they were probably at their worst. Like worse than in the 90s, right? They had that one last stretch where they weren't very good before they just rattled off post Don Mattingly, pre-Jeter, I guess, right? But this era was as bad as it gets. They were cellar dwellers and not a lot going on. And then good old George Steinbrenner bought the team, and that changed everything. That was, I think, 77 or 78. Here's Horace Clarke. He does have a card. Clark. Ah, damn it. All right. Yes. All right, now we're moving along. Hal McRae. You know he's going to have a card. I like that it shows that he is a DH. Of course, the DH doesn't actually come into play until 1973. So the game doesn't really know what to do with a player pre-DH who is a primary DH in their career. Play DH more than any other position. So he's basically a pinch hitter for now. And then next year, he'll be right in the lineup every day, which will be great for the Yankees. He has 338 career at-bats, only 2 home runs. Doesn't seem very Hal McRae-like. Okay, here's Jake Gibbs, longtime New York Yankee catcher. Let's see if he's got a card. It's like a backup catcher in our sim. He did have a Milton Bradley card, but does not have a real card. So I'm guessing 71 must have been the last year of his career. Can't be certain, but I believe that's probably true. Here's Ron Hunt. He was a off-season free agent signing for the Yankees in our sim. You can see him represented there on the Expos. Expos matchbooks. That's cool. I mean, Montreal, is there another country that smokes more than Canada? I don't know. Wait, what is that? This is their O-Pee-Chee card. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to go with the American card, though. In Montreal, on the back of their cigarette packs, they actually have lungs that have been infected from smoking. And they have a photograph on the back. Do you think that actually stops them? No. Yep, they're going to keep on smoking. There's Ron Blomberg. Oh, there's a DH battle potentially on this team with McRae or Blomberg. Of course, Blomberg was the first ever DH to get into a game. Frank Baker. Let's see if we've got a Frank Baker card. I think we do. Yep. O-Pee-Chee CFL. Oh no, that's a different sport. Okay. Baker, Frank. Let's keep replacing. Oh, that is a whole different Baker. So we're going to move and keep both files. And then we're going to delete Frank Baker 2. When you have two Frank Bakers playing at the same time, the game doesn't know how to differentiate unless you give them, you assign them a different number. And we have to go in here. Okay. It is correct. It'll update on its own. There's the great Thurman Munson. It was weird how during this season they sort of relegated him to a backup role. He only had 3 home runs, which is weird enough. Let's see, what does his card look like? Pretty cool. $50 for a Thurman Munson 72 card. $40 for his inaction card. If you had a Yankee team schedule, $200. And the O-Pee-Chee inaction's $12. Pretty cool. All right. Munson. Thur. All right. Now this son of a bitch. Oh my God, I hate this guy so much. Ross Moschito. Whenever we play them, this jackass gets into the game and hits a home run. I don't know if he's ever hit a home run against any other team. I don't even know. I've never heard of this guy before. And all he does is just go deep off of us. No, he didn't have a 72. I think that's a 75 or a 7. Well, I have no idea what this is from. But he played way back in 65, so maybe this is a 66 that we cut down. I don't know. Okay, here's future manager Bobby Cox. We're into AAA. So we're moving along here. The AAA team names are not correct. I do make them accurate every year. No 72 Bobby Cox. But you can go to Baseball Reference and you can find out what all the affiliates were named for every team ever. And I like to have it accurate because I'm a weirdo that way. So we will get that right. 1972 Roy White, not in the major leagues. He's in AAA. That seems like an oversight. Roy White. All right. Moving along. Frank Fernandez. Real player. Looks like he was represented on the A's before I created that card for him. It says the Yankees on it. I did that. If I had the skills, I would make these 72 cards have the proper name on it, but that's just too much work. Nope, Frank Fernandez does not have a 72. All right, Mike Andrews, he may have a card. I mean, this was a lot of schlubs on this team. Mike Andrews, let's see. Yep. Oh, he was on the White Sox, though, in 72. There it is. Interesting. Okay, Mike Andrews. All right, moving along, moving along. Dick Simpson. I don't think he was still playing. I'm sure he wasn't. In fact, that card is 1969. So he has not had a card since 1969, and that means he was probably out of baseball. Nope. All right. Frank Tepedino. That's a real baseball player. And he did have a 71 card. So maybe he has a 72. Let's see. No, he does not. Bye-bye, Frank. He'll just keep the 71. There's Bert Campaneris. Can't even get on the Yankees team. Oh, man. All right. So we know Campy's going to have one for sure. He played until like the 80s or something. Or early 80, maybe. Or maybe 79. I can't remember. Okay. There's Bert Campaneris. Campaneris is 10 characters exactly. So that works out. Does it not? Or did I spell it wrong? No, I just have to delete that one. And then edit it. From Cuba. All right. There we go. Matt Galante. He's not going to have a card. Matt Galante, I know that he was a major league manager for some team briefly, but I can't remember. No card. We're into the double A's. I know that there is no other Dave McDonald card because that card you're seeing right there was from a special set of Yankee players who only played 1 year or had a cup of coffee. And they made up this whole set for all of them from the beginning of time, which was pretty cool as like a, remember your schlubs, I guess. Ron Hansen, does he stick around for another year? He does. Kansas City Royals in 1972. Okay. He didn't play in 1970 in our sim, but he got 71 at bats last year. There we go. Tom Shope. Let's see. Didn't have a card in 71. Did he have a card in 72? Sometimes they do skip. He has a Topps card for Baltimore. Well, I would not have guessed that he would. That does happen. Okay. Yep, swap it out. Len Boehmer. Nope, I actually spelled it wrong, but it still popped up. Boehmer. Nope. Otto Valise. Otto the Swatto. That was his nickname. I think it's still too early for him to have a card. Yep. Tom Spencer. We are really going deep here into the schlubby grass. Nope. Jack Heidemann. Okay, well, he had a 71. Maybe he had a 72. Heidemann. /72 Jack Heidemann. Yes, he does. Cleveland Indians. $1.25 if you want to add one to your collection. What is that with a J? There we go. Replace Rennie Stennett. 20-year-old, and I believe he was a rookie in 72. He's got an 83 rating with a 92 peak. You got to get this guy to the majors right now. Mike Potter. Never heard of him. Let's see. Nope. Dennis Herron. This guy doesn't have any cards. So he may not have ever made it to the majors in real life. A catcher. Nope. If anybody can find me a Dennis Herron out there, we'll add him. Sam Perlozzo. Minnesota Twin. And a manager at some point. For somebody. Maybe Minnesota. Nope. This is where it starts to go quickly. Because we're getting to young players. I mean, this guy, Pat Scanlon, is only 18 years old, so he would not have had a card in the 70s, but we are being thorough. And then we'll go to the pitchers next. Roland Office. A real name. I love his face. What a character. Okay, nope, no card. Orlando Alvarez. All right. I'm going to guess no because of the style of that. Oh, he got a Puerto Rican sticker from 1972. Maybe that's what that is. Well, damn, that's a shock. Here's Sal Butera, another catcher who had a good long career. You know, Toledo Mudhens jersey, but Toledo was part of Minnesota's farm affiliates back in the day. Mel Jackson, no relation to me. Shortstop, did he have something from 72? No. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. This is just Bill Melton, Reggie Jackson, same card, so no. Jerry Maddox. Let's see here. We're just blowing through the schlubs. Nope, nothing. Cleo Smith. Yeah, when they already don't have a card, the likelihood that they will have a card is incredibly remote. But we do it anyway. Oh, here's Gene Michael, who's injured. So he's going to miss spring training. And then, wow, 3 more months after that. But he's got a 57 rating, so he's done. I would imagine he's got a card, though. He's toast. Yep, he does have a card. So this will probably be the last batter. All right. Michael. All right. Sweet. And that should be it. Yep, back to Roger Metzger. Okay. Quickly save it, then we're going to do pitchers. And then we'll call it a day. I would imagine that they have a lot of pitchers on their roster. I'm not sure. I haven't looked ahead yet. But the one thing about the Yankees, in every sim in Baseball Mogul, even when it's the 70s, they always have a high payroll. because of the revenue stream. And that, that is maybe not accurate in the 70s, but you could see how it could be as we pull up the pictures. Oh yeah, they're going to have a shit ton of pictures here. All right, well, there they are. Let's go ahead and get started. Wow, they have 3 guys with more than 10 saves from the previous year in the minors. And their closer is somebody named Jim Ray, who had 1 last year. That's weird. Okay, here we go. Oop, damn it. I'm having a problem with my cursor. There we go. Let's start with Ken Holtzman. That's a free agent signing. As you can see, he was on the Cubbies in this game in the 71 season. And he's their ace, so that was probably a good investment. Their hitters are pretty terrible. So they're going to need some good pitching. Holtzman was actually on the A's. Look how cool that card is. That card is sweet. Holtzman, that is 8, 9, 10. All right. Doc Medich. Now we know that that's a 74 rookie card for him, but we're gonna type in George Medich and just take a look. Nope. Okay. And then we have Larry. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. Larry Gold coming out of nowhere. He's got that 1-year wonder card that the Yankees made, I mentioned earlier. He's one of those clowns, and yet he was 16-11 with an ERA just over 3. Yeah, he's not going to have any cards. The guy barely existed. Okay, here's old Mr. Wife Swap himself, Fritz Peterson. Let's see if we can swap a card. Yep. It's amazing they didn't get rid of him at this point. There it is. $4 for that Fritz Peterson card. All right. Wait. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. Fritz Peterson. Swapped. Mel Stottlemyre. Under 500 in our 71 sim. Only 30 years old. The guy's got an 87 rating, and he's their number 5 starter. He's got a Kellogg's card. He's got the Canadian cards. He's got a Boyhood kid pick. And he's got a regular little card. Okay, because there's 3 Stottlemyres that made it to the majors, this is going to get a little weird here. So how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to add an M to represent. Let's see how that goes. Did I already do that before? No. So where's the right Stottlemyre? Let's scroll up. Okay, so we got to delete that. And, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus the M. Okay. All right. Sometimes you got to do this. Y-R-M. Boom. Okay. Mel Stottlemyre's card is only $2? That doesn't seem right. Okay, here's a new closer, Jim Ray. '81 rating. He was on the Astros. There he is. It was also Jim Ray Hart, the slugger, on the Giants. So he must have been a free agent signing. All right. Tippy Martinez. He did not have his rookie card was the 76 one right there. Oops. But we'll double check. No, actually, I think he had a one of those quad rookie cards in 75. Yeah, so he wasn't quite there yet. So he's at 21 years old. He's jumping up from single A right to the big boy squad. Here's Gil Blanco. He's a free agent signing, it appears. Yeah. Did not have a card. Mickey Scott, it's too early for him to have a card by 1 year, I believe. Unless he had a rookie card. A tri-rookie card. Maybe he did. Oh yeah, he did. There he is right there. $12. Oh yeah, it's the high number. Okay, well that's cool. So I'll edit that later. All right. Cool. They have a lot of people on the in their bullpen that they just called up over people who've been there for a while. Klimkowski, he had a 71. Does he have a 72? Yup. On the A's, there's one of those test cloth cards. I'd like to see those. Klimkowski. Is that 10? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's one too many. Right? No? I got it wrong. Poop. Let's say no. I screwed this up. So we'll fix it. Delete. There we go. Al Downing. There we go. This guy's still around in 72. Not too shabby of a career. Gave up the long ball to Hank. There he is on the Dodgers. And he is one of the pitching leaders. I don't know what category. L. Downing. Bill Burbach. Okay, we're into the AAA. Moving along. Does he have a 72? No. 71 was it. One and done. Al Kloster, he won't have one. He's one of the one-hit wonders. Nope. Right? Stan Bonsenberner. Let's see what he's got. Wow, this guy is not good enough to make any team. He was 17 and 12 as a rookie in 68. And then once we started our sim, he had nothing to offer. Does he have a card? Was he on the Expos? White Sox. There it is. Bonson STA. There we go. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 Oh, all right. Delete the old one. Every once in a while I got to do this because of other Sims from other decades. I may have had a Stan Bonson, you know, from our 80s Tigers. There we go. Terry Lee, yeah, another one-hit wonder. Nope. Oh, my bad. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. He was on one of the rookie cards with Jim Moyer and Dick Tidrow, a $1.50. All right, well, you know what? We got to respect that. I would never have known. So I'll edit that just for his third. All right. Where's my cursor at? Come on. There it is. Jim Rowland. Let's see. Ah, damn it. One more time. There it is. The O Peach and the A's. Roland Jim. Okay. Pete Magrini. His favorite drink was an apple martini. Magrini. No. And he's still got an 80 rating. The guy never played. That's crazy. Ken Johnson, a good long career, age 38, in AAA. Did not pitch at all in 71. Oh, damn it. There we go. Try again. Oh. Oh, nope. Football card. Okay, Frank Lindsay. You might have had one. Let's see. Yep. For the Cardinals. There was really only one style of glasses, right? I mean, like, everybody wore the same glasses. All right. John Noriega. Let's see. John Noriega. Does he have a card? No. There we go. Ken Forsch. So his 71 card was his rookie card. So we're going to say it's safe to say he's got a 72 card. Yep. There it is. Forsch. Ken. Oh, all right. There's all kinds of Ken Forsch cards here. We can delete the old one. We can delete the one from the Tigers series too, because we're done with that. Okay. And then we just go in here and make this Ken Forsch. From Sacktown. Okay, there we go. Tom Buskey. I hate this card. This is a card that really annoys me. I've always had this card in my collection somewhere. You can't escape it. It must have been triple made. He's not going to have a 72. 71, that stupid mustache. All right. Come on, why does this do this to me? I wonder if my cursor is... My mouse maybe is starting to die on me here. Steve Klein, father of Steve Klein, who also played for the Yankees and like 1,000 other teams. There he is. Klein, Steve. How many Steve Kleins are there going to be here? Oh, that one works out perfectly. That's the right guy. Bob Locker, Double A. It's like all the pitchers who did pitch for them last year have all been designated to Double A, which doesn't make sense. But I wish there was a. I mean, this is. If I could change 5 things about Baseball Mogul, the number one thing would be if a player has a major league contract, you cannot send him to the minors just because you want to. You got to deal him or you got to cut him and pay him out. But this game automatically designates players that based on their ratings, their overall ratings, it'll automatically just put him in the minor leagues. This was a free agent signing. He was on the Dodgers last year. So they just signed him to a 2-year contract, and they stick him in Double A. Well, shit, some other team could have used him. And just logically, would Bob Locker have signed with them for a Double A assignment? No, of course not. Oops. Gary Jones apparently was a Yankee. In 72, he was not. Roger Nelson, we saw him a lot last year. 17 saves with the Royals. He signed as a free agent. Now, I guess the other way you could look at it is the Yankees are keeping some of these pitchers away from other teams, improving in our sim. And he did not have a Topps card. He had a Royals team issue card. Chuck Hartenstein. Stein. That's a 70 card, so he didn't have a 71. Does he have a 72? He does not. Pete Richert, I don't know. Richert. Let's see. He had a Topps card for the Dodgers. And he's even got a Dodgers hat on. Um, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. Steve Hamilton. Look at him graying there on the edges. Men didn't dye their hair back then. Men were men. Even the premature gray. This guy would have been 37. And he was still pitching, this time for the Cubs. This guy was a 2-pack-a-day smoker, though. He looks like he's way older for his age. 4, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, Steve. I'm glad you're still out there pitching at your age, but you got to cut back on the tobacco. All right, Jack Aker. We've certainly seen him a lot in our sim play. Now he's down in Double A. And he's still playing for the Yankees. He's got a 72 card. All right. Cool, cool. Rob Gardner, does he have a 72 card? He has never pitched in our sim. Ever. But he did have a 72 card. So, I mean, a 71 card. So why wouldn't he have a 72? Yes, he do. Still pitching for the Yankees. Never to be heard from again. 8, 9, 10. Started for the Mets in 66. Oh, shoot. I think I just opened up this file by accident. I got overly excited. If it pops open, I apologize. We'll just close it. All right, Joe Verbanek. Pretty sure he was not around. Yep, it's opening. What a dope. Let's go ahead and close that. Nothing for Joe Verbanek, which makes sense. Bucky Brandon. We gave him a shot 2 years ago. And he was bad. But we were really desperate. Man, I remember we had so many pitchers get injured toward the end of the 1970 season that we were going with Bucky Brandon and just holding on for the ride. He even made 2 starts. That's how desperate we were. He did not have a card. What about Fred Talbot? Seems pleased with himself, looking at that picture. Oh, he did actually have a card in 72, despite not having a card. Well, I guess technically he didn't have a card. That's the Milton Bradley one. Thad Tillotson. A real person. Okay, we're in single A. So we're almost done. We're probably going to have a lot of no-shows here. Hal Reniff still holding on. .33 years old. Yeah, he did pitch in 3 games last year. Nope. Mike Kekich. He's the other wife swap guy. Not ever to pitch in this sim. One of them stayed married, the other one got divorced pretty quickly, but they all remained friends. And he still got a card. In the same pose. This game doesn't respect it. Down here in single A. Okay, moving along. Lindy McDaniel, 36 years old. These are the kind of guys that we sign to our team, our pilots team, and try to have somebody pitch, when we're desperate. Our team is pretty pathetic going forward. We have to hope we can make some money quickly and sign a couple free agents. Get back to even. Hey, he was still pitching with a 61 rating in our sim, but he did actually have a 72 card. That's cool. What is that? 4, 8, 9, 10. Lindy McDaniel, $2 card. Mudcat Grant. We tried to get him to pitch for us in our first year, our inaugural year. That seemed like a great idea, and he was bad. I mean, I know he was still pitching. Can't believe this game has given up on him. Like, really given up. Oh, I'm wrong. Unless he's under Jim Grant. Let's find out. Yeah, there we go. He was still pitching. Still growing the sideburns out. Oh, I don't know. What do I have him under? Mudcat or Jim Grant? I actually don't know. Oh, I had him under Jim Grant. Well, made sense. Okay. Ron Guidry coming up through the system. An 89 rating. He was not a rookie until 75, so we know he doesn't have a card. Our late bloomer. Yeah, that's fine. Louisiana Lightning. Bob Kammeyer. Come over here. Did he have a card? Nope. All right, we're almost done, guys. Wayne Twitchell. There's his rookie card from 71. Chell. Who else is on that card? Nobody of note. And he did. Oh, he was on another rookie card. How many players get to be on 2 rookie cards? Well, this one was terrible, though. Pete Kogel, Mike Anderson, and Wayne Twitchell, 60 cents. That has got to be bottom of the barrel. Twitchell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if I ever told this story or not, but I had a long-term girlfriend. Her last name was Twitchell. And the woman who was married to Lou Gehrig, last name was Twitchell. And that woman was a relative of my girlfriend. But that bitch cheated on me. Yeah. But anyway, the point of it all is, I think I just screwed that up. My bad. The point of it all is that she was related to Louise Twitchell, or whatever Lou Gehrig's wife's name. It would be Lou and Louise. That would be stupid. What was her name? Eleanor. I think it was Eleanor Twitchell. Roger Hambright. Oh, wait. He can't have a card. No. Oh, yeah, he does have a card. Look at that. We are just shocked. Alan Kloster, Rusty Torres, and Roger, another 60-cent card. Oh, let's use it. That's cool. BRIGHT 4910. Yeah, well. See, that's kind of why I do this. As someone who loves the hobby, like, you always learn something. Oops. You don't need to do that. Aurelio Lopez, Senior Smoke. He must have been a draft pick. We'll find out. Aurelio Lopez, big part of my childhood. 84 Tigers. 10-1 that year. This was his rookie card. How did he get over here? He was drafted in our 69 season. How could that be possible, though? Oh, maybe that was supposed to be Mexican League? I don't know. Heck, hell if I know. All right. Enrique Romo. Enrique Romo. Another killer mustache. Nope. Rick Sawyer. And Jackson Todd. I know I've said this before in my Sims, but I always thought when I got a Jackson Todd card, I thought it was an error card. I thought they got his name backwards because my last name is Jackson. And as a kid, I'm like, wait, his name Todd Jackson? I didn't know that my name could ever be a first name. Oh, and this son of a bitch, Eric Rasmussen, this guy, his 78 card scared the shit out of me as a kid. He is one ugly dude. My apologies to the Rasmussen family. But ain't no lie, you ugly. Yeah, okay. I got nothing to say about Dave Downs. I don't even know this guy. If somebody can find me a Dave Downs card, we'll add it though. Nope. We've got to be close to the end. Ed Carroll. All right. No. There's Rick Camp. That is obviously his rookie card, so he's not going to have another one. Scott Sanderson is on that card, though. Or Scott McGregor, I mean. Scotty McGregor. Bob Lacey. I remember Bob Lacey. We traded for him in our Tiger Sim. And he played one game and had an infinity ERA. And I cut him. That was funny. And we're back to Ken Holtzman. Okay, guys. We did it. We did it. We got the Yankees done. Tomorrow will be my Detroit Tigers. That'll be fun. We'll save this out here. And we'll close it out. Thank you guys for watching. Like and or subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back tomorrow. Until then, everyone, have a great day.